He's a warrior through and through. He engages, he gives the fans what they're looking for. He's a smart fighter, and I like him, and he can wrestle. He can do it all. It took him a little while to get here, I think, but now he's here, and he's the most dangerous he's ever been. And, we're ready for the challenge.
Last sparring session. Today is gonna just keep sweating, and that's it. Almost finished. Have to make 160. Very happy for these 4 pounds, but next time I'm gonna make 155, not 156. I have to make championship weight, 155.
Ничего нету. Stop.
With just 14 days left, Islam isn't slowing down. KHABIB's camp is pushing him harder, and the experts are starting to notice.
So when I see KHABIB interview and they start to talk the Islam fight, my ears perk up because I know that we're going to learn something that matters. It's not just third word or coming from another person, hearsay. It's the truth. So KHABIB was speaking the other day, and he had these things to say, and we'll break down his thoughts.
KHABIB reveals Islam Makhachev keeps his wrestling sharp through relentless drills, with his final camp focused on elite control and takedown defense before UFC 330.
Stay on top, control, secure your position. It's not easy. It's very hard to teach your body, and that's why it's 1 week. In 1 week, one time only wrestling drills, it's almost nothing. At least you guys have to train like 3-4 times if you guys want to know how to wrestle, how to defend, how to offense. It's not easy. Freestyle wrestling, it's very hard sport. If you guys really want to know how to wrestle, you guys have to wrestle at least 3-4 times. One time, it's almost nothing.
Joe Rogan calls Islam Makhachev an assassin, and that mindset remains central to his final training camp as UFC 330 gets closer.
Islam's choke must be otherworldly.
Yeah.
It must be otherworldly.
To do that to... Yeah.
Like, whatever he was before, it's like, you gotta forget that when you fight him. You're fighting this do-or-die assassin.
Yeah.
He's just an assassin. And something shifted, and he became the best lightweight in the world. It's the weirdest thing, man.
It's gotta be just mental. I mean,
He said that it was the birth of his daughter.
that can do it.
That it just was, he was just so committed and driven now.
Yeah.
And, but like the way he fights too, man, he's so exciting. That he just goes right into the fire, man.
Yeah.
Islam Makhachev prepares for all 5 rounds, conserving his energy while sharpening his ground and striking attacks for Ian Gary at UFC 330.
This guy's so good, and he never give up, He gonna fight all 5 rounds, doesn't matter how it's gonna be. Hard, I give him hard time, or in the ground, in the striking, he gonna fight 5 rounds. That's why I don't go like crazy. I don't try to choke him first round. I just keep my power and move more. Try to land it good shots, but I catch him.
Islam isn't preparing for an ordinary opponent. Every session now has one goal: making sure he enters UFC 330 at his absolute best.
And now he put towel on him, and he gonna lay down like 20 minutes with towel, making sweat his body, and that's it. And on this point, he gonna cut for this training like 1 hour, 120 like this. He gonna cut like 5 pounds, and tomorrow morning he used to cut always like 4 pounds. I think tomorrow it's gonna be the same, like 4.5 pounds. He have to cut We're doing this always like every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We all the time have schedule what we eat, when we sleep, how much weight exactly, like everything we write all the time. And on Islam's schedule, he going he do everything like exactly what he do like on his last time when he cut weight, everything going good.
Javier Mendez believes Islam Makhachev is one win away from serious GOAT status, adding even more pressure to this final UFC 330 camp.
You know, he's my guy, so I would consider him the greatest. You know, but I think the public will start considering him in that department. And I think if we do it one more time, let's say a Pratis or you know, Michael, you know, then we do that to them, then there's no denying who the greatest of all time is. There's no denying. But let's get by Ian first. Then after that, let's see what we think, what the crowd thinks. But I know what I would think, but let's see.
The predictions are coming in, but there's one thing everyone agrees on. The final 15 days could determine how dangerous Islam looks when the cage door closes.
I love confidence. I love confidence. I love a guy that believes in himself. I love someone that's willing to go out on a limb and call their shot. What I don't understand, though, is sometimes a person is misguided in their thoughts, and when they're misguided in their thoughts, they set themselves up for a very, very bad night or a bad result. I'm not saying Ian Gary cannot beat Islam Makhachev. What I'm saying is you got to take that as it comes.
Michael Bisping explains why Islam Makhachev's final camp is leaving absolutely nothing to chance. Championship fights demand a completely different level of preparation, with elite training partners brought in from around the world and every detail carefully planned. As UFC 330 gets closer, Islam's team clearly treats Ian Gary as a serious threat. The goal is simple: sharpen every weapon, remove every weakness, and make sure Islam enters the octagon fully prepared.
So it's not a knock on Islam Makhachev. It's really not. But it's just a little bit different. Winning fights is one thing. Winning title fights is something very different. When you have the ability to change your opponent's life so they are leaving no stone unturned. This is the big one. They're pulling out all the stops. They're spending a fortune in training camp. They're flying in all the best training partners from all four corners of the world because they want to beat you. That is.
Dana White highlights the mentality that keeps Islam Makhachev performing at the highest level. Islam stays active, accepts difficult challenges, and continues preparing like a true champion. That mindset becomes even more important with UFC 330 approaching. While Ian Gary talks confidently about shocking the world, Islam's camp stays focused on preparation rather than noise. With only 14 days left, every training session matters as Islam sharpens his body and skills for another huge title defense.
I mean, Islam was willing to fight anybody. You know, he stayed active and he went out tonight and performed the way a guy should on a short notice fight when you are the best in the world and you're the champion.
Chael Sonnen believes Ian Gary is making a massive mistake by assuming he can beat Islam Makhachev. That confidence immediately puts the spotlight on Islam's preparation, because the champion has already proven himself against elite competition. With UFC 330 just 14 days away, Islam's camp focuses on turning that confidence into another weakness. Ian Gary may believe something huge is coming, but Islam Makhachev has his own plans inside the octagon.
I tell you that Ian Gary believes he's going to beat Islam Makhachev. It's a big deal. It's a big deal for a couple of reasons, and I'm going to come out right now and I'm going to make a prediction for you. This fight's going to be huge. And by the way, Islam about a month ago started teasing on his social media that he's got a big announcement coming soon. And I took a great joy in being able to inform Islam, no, you don't. There is nothing huge out there for Islam Makhachev.
Alexander Volkanovski backs Islam Makhachev as the clear favorite against Ian Gary, and that confidence reflects Islam's incredible preparation. Volkanovski sees Islam as the pound-for-pound number one because he brings elite grappling, striking, and complete MMA skills. With only 14 days remaining before UFC 330, Islam's final camp is all about keeping those weapons sharp. Ian Gary faces a champion who remains dangerous in every phase of the fight.
I'm going to go with Islam. Heavy favorite here, rightfully so. Both great fighters. Islam, pound for pound, still number one right now. And yeah, so well-rounded.
John Jones calls Islam Makhachev one of the greatest fighters in MMA and says he is doing everything right. That praise becomes even more significant with UFC 330 approaching. because Islam's final camp builds on the same discipline that makes him so dominant. Jones sees a special athlete who continues improving and handling elite competition. Now Islam has another challenge ahead in Ian Gary, and his preparation enters the final stretch.
GOAT list. I think Islam is definitely one of the greatest fighters of all time. He's one of the guys for sure.
Were you surprised that he dominated him?
No, I'm not surprised that he's dominating competition. He's a special athlete. I mean, some guys are just chosen to do great things, and I think he's one of those guys. I'm excited to watch the rest of his career. I think he has a lot of work to do, but he's on the right path, and he's just doing everything right. Yeah, he's one of the guys in the sports I respect very much.
KHABIB Nurmagomedov makes his belief crystal clear. Islam Makhachev wants the best opponents available. That mentality defines this final UFC 330 camp, where Islam continues preparing to face another dangerous challenger in Ian Gary. KHABIB points to Islam's willingness to fight elite competition anywhere, against anyone. With just 14 days left, the message is simple: Islam does not look for an easy path. He prepares for the toughest fight and keeps moving forward.
But Islam on another level.
Yeah.
Just people have to understand.
Yeah.
They have to understand Islam is very good. I told you.
Mm-hmm. You have. You told me. You told a lot of people. You're kind of known for telling us things that then go on to happen. So why not just tell me exactly what is going to happen with Islam Makhachev's career? When he is done, what are we going to say about this guy?
When he's done?
When he is done. What are we going to say about Islam Makhachev?
He just finished number 2 pound for pound.
I know. What kind of a career are we looking at with this guy?
And we have ahead like Volkanovski, number 1.
Yeah.
Our plan, fly all the way to Australia and fight in the backyard of pound for pound king right now. Alexander Volkanovski. Or if you don't want to fight, okay, give us Benil Dariush. He deserves 8 win streak. Doesn't matter who. We just want to fight with the best because Islam is the best.
And now, after hearing all these fighters and analysts, the picture is getting clearer, but the answer is still far from certain. Ian Gary has the size, speed, movement, confidence, and belief that he can take Islam into deep waters. But Islam Makhachev has something completely different: elite grappling, championship experience, patience, and the mindset of a fighter who knows exactly how to break opponents down. From Joe Rogan calling Islam an assassin to Javier Mendez believing another dominant win could push him toward GOAT status, the expectations are massive. But Ian isn't walking into this fight to survive. He's coming to prove that his style can stop the most dangerous version of Islam. And when these two finally step inside the octagon, all the predictions disappear. Only one question remains: who breaks first?